Hello, everyone. It's May 12th, 2020, and we are in extraordinary times. And I just want to share with you, a little bit about what's going on with me and how I'm integrating all of this and what I feel is happening. And for some of you that haven't been on my channel before, you'll notice that, a lot of what I share is how I'm integrating all the new energies and how I'm moving through life in the moment and how to be authentically you through all of this. So I'm, hoping that my journey helps you in your journey, and I just share my experience with you. So I just want to share a little bit about last week. I really dropped into my human self and let my little activist come out in me that's been wanting to come out probably for lifetimes. And I did. I don't regret anything that I shared or anything that I said. I was always in alignment with my truth. But it didn't really feel good to go down into the 3D matrix and share with people. And I learned a lot about myself and a lot about where people are at through the process. So I don't regret it at all. I was totally meant to do that. And that's the point of this is like, yes, I had compassion for myself. I didn't feel good in the middle of it, and I knew it, and I was trying to meditate more and get settled with it. And it actually took me a couple of days I had to remove myself from all these conversations and settle into the process of knowing my divine self again. So that's the journey. It's, we're moving from, this being human and being divine and being our light, and then it's a play, it's a dance, and we're learning to integrate it and bring it together. So, I actually, dropped into my human. I knew I did. And after it was over, I was like, it's okay. I learned about myself and I was able to express myself in a 3D manner without being over the top. And, but I knew it didn't feel good, so I knew it wasn't really where I was supposed to be. I kind of went a little beyond. But I'm not, there's no shame and there's no guilt and there's no judgment about doing that, which to me is a success. So, a lot of us are moving in this chaos and we're, falling back and moving forward, falling back and moving forward. But the key is just not to be in judgment with yourself about it, not to be shamed by it, and move forward in your life, just be the light, it's ultimately, most of you are light workers here listening to this, and you know that you are. So all we really have to do is be our light, and that changes the world. There's not, we don't have to dive in to the 3D matrix. And we know that whatever we do, if you're extending light from your heart, if you're in alignment with your authentic self and your truth and your flow, then you're exuding the most light that you could be exuding. And that's all we really have to do. Everything else is just icing on the cake, basically. So I go through like waves where I really know that and I'm living that, and all I'm doing is moving through this quarantine time, enjoying it, just being more creative and following my joy and following my inner heart desires, and whether it be go for a walk or take a nap. And it's like, wow, this is nice to be able to live like this. And that's all I really needed to do, because my vibration was always high while I was in that state. So if we can just practice being there, and loving ourselves and having compassion for ourselves and compassion for others, last week really showed me how people are really, in their lanes, in their boxes of, and they only want to hear what they want to hear. And, they're not willing to consider other options, and everything is like pick a side. Everything's about picking a side. It's not about like honoring everybody's journey. Let's just honor everybody's journey. You have a right to believe what you want to believe. You can believe in, that all the conspiracy things that are going on or not. It doesn't matter. You could be totally out of that realm altogether and have a whole different belief pattern going on. It doesn't matter. You have the right to believe what you want to believe. You have a right to take this journey the way you want to take it. And if some people can't align with their universal rights and their authenticity, and they need more experience to connect in with that, then that's okay. They're allowed to do that. They're allowed to do that. And I do honor that. I just get caught up in wanting everyone to wake up to their sovereign divine being, that they really are, so that we can all live in happiness and joy, but in diversity. Not everybody thinking the same thing and doing the same thing and being the same way. That's kind of boring. So I'm just expressing, where I'm at and how I feel in this right now. And, because it was so chaotic, and we can drop into this darkness, even if you know better, it still happens sometimes. And, you can go into a state where you're like, wow, did I really just do that for yourself? It's knowing that whatever happens, it's okay. It's an experience you needed to have somehow or another. And you have a choice in every moment to be authentic, to step into your heart and be in your flow of divinity, and that can be different for everyone. Just as the 3D matrix can be different for everyone. Everyone sees, they see an event happen, and every person who sees it will describe it differently. And it's okay. It's okay. It's like accepting that. That's how you accept the whole. We are unity consciousness. And you have to accept that everyone looks different, does it differently. And it's okay. When we move into accepting that we're universal beings of the one, we can accept everything. It's seeing the light in everything. Because when you're in that flow, you automatically are in honoring of all life. There's no question. There's nothing you have to protect against. So, once you're there, you do honor all life. You do honor all journeys and all opinions, and, maybe, we're going in and out of that honoring, but just to be aware of it for yourself, where you falter and where you come back. But the whole journey is all about being in alignment with your divine soul and your divine self, and we're sovereign beings of free will to choose what we want. And you can choose that on an energetic level and be that and not be affected by any of what's going on. We are sovereign divine beings of the universe. That's all there is to it, really. So what is in alignment with that, with free will? We came here to exercise our free will, to have this experience of having free will, of forgetting who we are, learning to remember who we are, and having a free will experience, which means you can choose your experience in every moment, in every breath, in every thought. And that's all I want to express is, knowing that and always coming back to that and always being real with yourself. That's the most important thing. Everything you need to know is within you, within your heart. You don't need anybody to tell you what's going on. And if anything, if anything showed me this week, it was how diverse the information is out there and how you cannot determine the truth from it. Unless you're determining your own truth from your own inner knowing, what feels true to you. And not caring what somebody else's truth is. Let them have their own truth. You know? But it's learning to use your own inner knowing, your own connection to source. Everything you need to know is within you. And when you're in that flow, you connect with that. You know that. And a lot of us, are in and out of that flow. And sometimes we know it and sometimes we don't. And sometimes we get caught up in our egos and we think we know something and we don't. But it's because we haven't really been in alignment. So the practice is just keep bringing yourself into your alignment and settling into that space and feeling that divine love and bliss that's naturally within your own heart. And determining what is your truth for you. Follow your heart. Listen to your inner knowing. Be sovereign. Make your own choices. We have a right to be free, to experience this world through our own choice. It's just when you're in that authentic alignment, everything works out. So, I love you all. Have a wonderful journey.